Hello everybody, Hano here, this time bringing you one of my personal favorites, Jungle Olaf. Now Olaf does some crazy damage because of his axe scaling that was changed, as well as the fact that he does true damage, which makes him pretty much chop through anything, even something like Alistair or Jarvan that are just ridiculously tanky. He does a lot of damage to everyone. He has one of the best ultimates in the game right now, especially again after the changes. He gets really tanky, which allows you to build a lot of life items, which will make you do more damage with your W, but now you're also tanky instead of getting that damage reduction. Olaf's not without his faults though. He is squishier than he appears to be sometimes because he deals a lot of damage to himself with the true damage. He also only really speeds up in the jungle once you have either blue buff or your lower life. Which, as you know, you shouldn't be taking the blue buffs from your mid laner, and you also shouldn't really be hanging around your jungle with low life, because if they have a strong invasion, you're just going to get killed. I find the biggest problem on Olaf is not necessarily the amount of damage you can do, because he does pretty much infinite damage. It's really being able to deal that damage to someone. So you have to be able to control your axe and ganks, which I'll show you how to do. You also have to know when to use your Ghost, when to use your Ragnarok, and when to enter a fight. Olaf isn't necessarily the best initiator because I said earlier, he's a lot less tanky than you would think he would be. So even if he is really tanky right now, he's also dealing damage to himself. So if you have 5 people on you and you're also dealing damage to yourself, you'll drop pretty quickly. Ganking and axe control is really important on Olaf. I'm going to slow this first one down so you can see exactly what I do, but I'm coming here to gank Mundo. As you can see, I throw the axe right in front of him where I predict he's going to run and I'm going to chase him. And then again, I throw the axe right behind him so that I can pick it up faster, just in case I have to throw another axe. Axe control is extremely important on Olaf. You have to be able to predict where they're going. Here you see I miss an axe because Jarvan predicted I would throw it there. So I go back and pick up the axe so I can continue to slow him down. I land a maximum range axe right here. He's going to try and slow me through this bush. However, by throwing my axe at short distances that hits the back of him, but also allows me to pick it up again, I can pick up the kill on him. Here again I'm coming around on Jarvan, and Sion lands a good stun. I miss my first axe. However, I go back and pick it up so that I can get another axe on him. Here I've come up around the tri-bush onto Mundo. He pops Ghost in order to get out of there, so I also pop Ghost, and Jax and I continue to chase him. I land an axe through the wall, which slows him, and a Lee Sin comes out of nowhere. So we continue to take down Mundo, while Lee Sin fights, and I land a good axe here to slow Lee Sin. Lee Sin turns and goes on Jax, but Jax lands a good stun, and you can see a massive amount of burst damage we just laid on him to drop him. Here, Brand's caught into a little trouble after picking up a kill on their jungler. I come around to try and help him, so I throw an axe to predict where he's going. He went a different route, however, and I don't have time to go back and pick up my axe. I do have red buff, so I start applying a slow debuff on him, and Brand comes back to land a good pillar. I then chase him around, my axe comes off cooldown, and we pick up a kill on him. Knowing your limits on Olaf is really important. You have to know how much damage you're capable of, and how much CC you're capable of, as well as the capabilities of your laners. So here I will come in and land some damage on the mid laner, and have Nidalee go and finish off the job, because I know she has a really high burst right now. Here I'm coming for a level 2 gank on Ryze. You can see I'm able to give a lot of damage onto him, and then I land 2 good axes and a spear, and we pick up the first blood. You really have to know how much damage your axe does through the early and mid game, and also with your E, because you have an extremely high burst. Here I'm just doing a run-by gank on mid. I throw the axe and land a great burst here. Brand picks up on the fact that I'm there, and we pick up a quick kill on him. Knowing your limits is also going to allow you to do some tower dives, and also pick up kills that you wouldn't otherwise be able to do. Here I'm seeing Lee Sin chasing back out of his jungle, so I throw an axe thinking he'll be in that bush. However, he's retreated to the tower. Our mid laner's coming up right now, so we're just going to apply some pressure. Lee Sin lands a kick, and I'm praying that he's going to jump at me, but he's not that stupid. So I'm continuing to pull the minions off of this. I dodge Mundo's cleaver, and we're going to go in on this right now. Now Mundo is a little too tanky right now to beat up, so we're going to take down that Lee Sin and then pull out. However, I'm not finished here. I know that Jax is a stun, and I know I have a lot of damage. So Jax comes in, and he does his burst, and I do my burst, and you'll see Mundo dies pretty much instantaneously. If he had popped his ultimate earlier, he might have had more health to survive that. However, the instant burst damage from Jax and myself really just put him down. So here I use my ultimate to come on the bottom lane. I use my ult because I don't want to get knocked away by Alistair. but we end up not picking up the kill because of a well-placed exhaust on him right here. If he had not been exhausted, my axe would have killed him right there. So, I'm again not done here. I know my limits with Olaf. I've played lots of games with him. He's one of my stronger characters, so I'm going to go around and pick up their golems and see if this bottom lane is still here. I find Misfortune here, so I come onto her, and you can see the huge amount of damage I'm throwing down under her. Using your axe properly and being able to pick it up and throw it each time when it's off cooldown allowed me to just chunk her down really quickly. This last section is going to be on properly using your ultimate and team fighting. Here I'm going to come onto a Master Yi in his jungle. I'm going to use my ultimate about halfway through to give myself some tankiness, however I used it too early. And you'll see why right now. I actually miss a triple kill because I'm not able to get out of this CC. So Rise comes on to me and I'm starting to melt him as well. And Galio now comes on to me, and I do end up getting caught in his ultimate, and had I had my ultimate, I would have picked up 2 or 3 kills there. However, Xin Zhao's not able to clean up, so I died for nothing. Here, I'm going to use my ultimate properly when I'm fighting Master Yi. Xin Zhao comes over the wall, and we begin to fight him. Here, I'm going to pop my ultimate because I just noticed Galio down there, and I didn't want to get trapped in his ultimate. I use mine, I'm able to pick up the quick kill on Master Yi, and then get out. Here my team, Blitzcrank just got caught out of position, and their team is pushing forward onto us. I'm just going to continue to poke because I really don't want to initiate a fight with all of these guys. However, they come right onto us, so I'm just going to get down to butchering. I pop my ultimate through Sona's ultimate, I take out Jarvan, and then I take out Sona. I come on and just continue DPSing people that are attacking my carries. And this is one of the ways you're going to avoid being kited. You want to attack people that are killing your teammates because they're not able to leave. I pick up the unofficial Quadra there because they decided to fight my team while I was sitting there DPSing. Here we're getting aggressed on their tower. We're going to pull out, miss the Sona ult in order to not wipe at this. Our Scion flashes out, and we just continue to run. Now they're chasing my carry, so I'm going to go into this bush and wait for them and have a pleasant little surprise. So they come into this bush, I pop my ultimate to avoid getting any kind of CC onto me and to become tanky again, and we easily chop through these 3 people despite me being exhausted. I hope you enjoyed this Jungle Olaf video. He's one of my favorite characters to play and is extremely strong. You have to know when to pick your fights and where to pick them. However, if you can avoid being kited and using your ultimate properly, you can really just butcher other people. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the field of justice.
Yeah!